custom, I know for sure, to actually do some pranks on Tisha B'Av, like to break that state of sadness, that people shouldn't get too crestfallen, too depressed. And so one of them, I know growing up that the kids would collect what's known as berlach. Berlach are like these, they grow out in the fields, like these prickly balls of plants, and collect a bunch, and you have them in your pockets. And then when they're reading Eicha tonight in synagogue, and then you find some adult with a long, big, bushy beard, and he's really starting to cry, and you start throwing the berlach into his beard. It gets stuck, and he starts trying to get it out. Everyone starts laughing, and things like that. The famous story, other things like pouring water on people, whatever. So one famous story is that in Karlin, the Hasidim were doing a Tisha B'Av prank, and they created like this lasso contraption, like a trap where a rope hanging over the raft of the shul synagogue with a loop on the floor, and whoever would walk in to the shul would grab the person's foot. They would pull the rope, would catch on the person's ankle, latch on, and then they would pull the person up, and then start laughing and doing their shtick.
The people actually did that or do that, like at 7/7?
Back in Europe.
That's amazing.
I'm saying back in Europe, not in 770. I don't recall seeing people doing. So the story is that once in Karlin, someone walked in and they did it, and they pulled the guy upside down by the ankle up the rafts, and they saw, they're up there, and they see that it was the Rebbe that they pulled up, and they panicked, so they just left. They ran out, leaving the Rebbe hanging by his ankle on the top of the rafter. So there the Rebbe's hanging, and he looks up, so to speak, or down in this case, maybe to heaven, and he goes, "Oy, Master of the universe, look at your people, look at your children. They're desecrating this great austere day, a solemn day of Tisha B'Av. Look how terrible it is. So please, God, please take away this day of Tisha B'Av. Bring Mashiach, so there won't be any more Tisha B'Av, and they won't desecrate it anymore." So that's the maybe it's a Barditchev sort of way of feeling. So the point is, if we would have a Tisha B'Av comedy show, that would be following in that vein of desecrating Tisha B'Av, so Mashiach should come. Okay, all for good reasons.